Hi everyone, welcome to Management 422. My name is Dr. Kayla Fulmer and I am going to be your instructor for the spring 2021 semester. I am really looking forward to getting to know each of you and to leading this course. This course is one of my favorite to teach. I love the content. I think it's very interesting and I'm super passionate about it. And I also think it's material that students can relate to, but also that students can use in their careers as they go forth and become management professionals. So the name of this course is The Individual and the Organization. So what that really means is that we are going to be studying organizational behavior. In a nutshell, our goal this semester is to try to figure out why employees feel the way they do and why employees behave the way they do in the workplace. So our goal is to understand employee attitudes and employee behaviors, as well as to try to predict those attitudes and behaviors. So what kind of policies, what kind of actions can we put in place in order to create positive attitudes and positive behaviors in the workplace? At the end of the day, when our employees have good attitudes, when they show up to work and they perform well, it's better for the organization. And so there are things that we can do strategically to help our employees do those things. So that's our goal for this semester. So a little bit about myself. I am your instructor. This is my second year at WVU. I previously did my PhD at Penn State University. My background's a little different because I'm actually trained as an industrial organizational psychologist, which is a very fancy way of just saying I study the psychology of the workplace. And that allows me to bring a unique perspective to the study of management, and I'm looking forward to sharing that perspective with you. As you might know, we are still stuck in the middle of a pandemic, and so we are going to be having this course virtually. Everything we do is going to take place over the internet. So right now I'm in my home office, and just a little bit about myself. I'm a new mom. I have a 9-month-old baby. I also have a dog and 3 cats, and so it might be the case during the semester that you hear a dog bark or have a cat walk across the screen or maybe hear a baby cry or giggle. That is life, right? And so we are going to adjust to these new parameters that we have when we're not able to be in a traditional classroom setting. And so I'm really hopeful that you all like babies and pets because you might be seeing some of those throughout the semester. Again, like I said, this is my second year at WVU. Typically, you could find me on the first floor of the College of Business and Economics building. My office number is 110. When life gets back to normal, I really look forward to each of you being able to stop by and say hi and to have some of those informal conversations that we're certainly missing during this time. So like I said, this course is taking place completely online. All of your instruction will be placed on eCampus. All of your assignments are submitted through eCampus. We'll even have office hours that take place virtually. So we have scheduled Zoom meetings where you can pop in and talk to me about questions you have about the content or questions you might have about assignments. And essentially, eCampus is going to be your portal to this class. It's going to be really important that you check into eCampus frequently and that you stay in tune and you pay attention to the messages that are being sent and the online material. So with that being said, we are jumping into week 1. And so I like to consider week 1 as our orientation week, an opportunity to get used to the format of eCampus and for students to figure out exactly what they need to do to be successful in this class. So the most important things that you can do this week are to review the syllabus. So go to eCampus, download the syllabus, read the syllabus, make sure you really understand what the expectations are for this class. It is online, but your expectations for time and assignments are the same. So I am going to push you a little bit. I do require you to do readings. I do require you to do assignments. It's going to take time. It's going to take some dedication to do. But I know if you put in the time, you're going to be successful. So step 1, download the syllabus. Step 2 is going to be just explore eCampus. Figure out the way that the course is set up. Each course you have is going to have a different layout. The way that faculty members structure the courses are going to be different. So it's really important that you're comfortable with the layout of our course. What that means is go in, review the assignments and where they're laid out, click on the module tabs, figure out where you need to go each week in order to access the materials that you need and feel comfortable doing so. The next thing that you'll need to do is to purchase the textbook. So I have a copy of it here. We're going to be using this organizational behavior text written by Colquitt. I am using the 6th edition of the text. You may also use the 6th edition, or you could use the 5th edition. Either one would be fine. I know sometimes those earlier editions are a little cheaper to find. Please note that some of the examples or some of the page numbers are going to be different if you're using an earlier version of the text. So I'll use the 6th edition. Again, you can use an online format. You can purchase the actual text. It doesn't matter to me the format in which you get it, but basically that you have access to it and that you read it. So for this first week, please go out and get a copy of the text. Then lastly, for this week, you have 2 deliverables, 2 things that you need to do in order to show that you're engaged with the course in order to really get started in the course. The first is to complete a pre-survey. So I've set up a survey for you. There's a link you can find in the week 1 module. And basically, this is just taking a baseline assessment of some attitudes and beliefs of yours. And you are not being graded on how you respond. So it's really, really critical that you answer honestly to the survey. I'm not going to be digging in and looking at each person's individual responses. So what that means is I'm not going to go student to student and see what you put for certain items, what attitudes you have. So it's not that you're being assessed or being judged in any way for the information that you share. But what I will be doing at the end of the course is then collecting a post survey. And so that allows us to evaluate how maybe some of your attitudes or behaviors have changed throughout the course of the semester. And that's why getting an honest baseline is going to be really important. So take the survey, make sure you give yourself plenty of time to complete it so you're not rushed. That way you have time to read each question and answer as honestly as possible. But with that, again, I'm going to only be looking at responses, the average responses. So what do students say on average? I'm not going to be digging in and looking at your individual responses. You're certainly not going to get judged or graded based on what you say. And then the second thing to complete after you do the survey is the introduction discussion post. This introduction discussion post just allows you to introduce yourself to the class. It allows us to become familiar with one another and gives you an opportunity to practice using the discussion board. We're going to use the discussion board throughout the semester to facilitate conversation about course concepts. And I want us to be able to be comfortable doing that. So it's good to know who you're talking with. It's good to know who you're perhaps having an intellectual conversation with. And with that being said, the discussions are going to be structured in a way that I want you to be comfortable agreeing or disagreeing with somebody. I want you to be comfortable sharing your ideas so long as you have facts and so long as you have evidence to support those ideas. So this is a place that's a safe space. It's a safe space to share ideas. It's going to be a safe space to talk about course concepts, to share our experiences, to give our insights about what the content means to us or how we might use that content in our current lives or in our future careers. So that's really the lay of the land. Again, I just wanted this to be an introduction so you could see the face behind the course and really just to set you up for success and say, I know you can do it. I know we're in untraditional times. I know that maybe we're not used to all online instruction, but we're going to make the best of it. It's going to be an awesome semester. If you put in the time, you're going to have fun. And I can promise you, I'm going to put in the time. I'm dedicated to you guys and to your learning, and I want you to have a great experience. So together we can co-create an online environment where we're learning from each other and we're having fun doing it and we're being challenged along the way. That's our goal. So if you have any questions about getting started, how do I get the book? How is eCampus structured? I can't figure anything out, or I can't download the syllabus. Whatever it is, please reach out to me. You can send me a message via eCampus. You can send me a message via email. I also have online office hours, and you can attend those and ask questions. So I am here as your guide. Please don't hesitate to ask questions. Don't be shy. If you have a question, someone else probably has that same question too. So I'm here for you as a resource and as a champion and say, you can do it. Let's have a great semester together and let's get started on the right foot by staying organized and reading all the materials materials and getting set up to know what we need to do, because next week we're really going to start diving into content. Okay, well, have an awesome first week, you guys. Can't wait to get to know you more, and I'm really looking forward to our conversations and covering the content with you in the coming weeks. Take care, be well, bye.